the Reverend Jennifer Burns Lewis for her message and report.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Good morning, Presbytery of Wabash Valley. We've been meeting together for 30 minutes already, and we want to acknowledge that today, whenever we gather as the Presbytery of Wabash Valley, and today virtually, our congregations and many of us today are on the traditional land of the Kickapoo, the Peoria, the Kaskaskia, the Sioux, the Potawatomi, and Miami's peoples, past and present. And we honor with gratitude the land itself and the people who have stewarded it throughout the generations. This calls us to commit to continuing to learn how to be better stewards of the land we inhabit as well. My report this morning comes in video form. It's an opportunity for us to take a look at a little bit of where we've been in recent months and what we may be looking forward to. In 2021, the Presbytery of Wabash Valley is starting out with 75 worshiping congregations. At the end of this year, we'll have marked the closing of 3 of those congregations and the advent of a new worshiping community in our midst. We thank God for faithful witness. For much of 2020, 80% of our congregations had moved to online worship in light of the pandemic. And as we look towards spring and as Lent turns to Easter, vaccines are more widely distributed and positivity counts are down in all of our counties. Close to 80% will be offering in-person worship for some or all who choose to return to in-person gatherings. We thank God for faithful witness. In 2021, we're beginning the year with 14 congregations in the Presbytery of Wabash Valley that have joined the Matthew 25 initiative, building congregational vitality, dismantling structural racism, and eradicating systemic poverty are goals these congregations and our presbytery hold before us as we work together to serve the poor, oppressed, imprisoned, and hungry. Our presbytery also encourages congregations to consider RIP medical debt as a great organization to address poverty in Indiana through powerful gifts, whether large or small, that can help erase medical debt for thousands of Hoosiers. We thank God for a faithful witness. Congregational coaching through 2 different grants promises to help many of our congregations lean heavily into congregational vitality as a goal and a promise in 2021. We look forward to celebrating much more in this area this year, and we thank God for faithful witness. Our Committee on Representation continues to offer tools and resources to address our understanding of the ongoing work and need for work in anti-racism. When we show up willing to have hard conversations and work toward naming how we can do better to honor and respect all people, we will be one small step closer to God's beloved community. We thank God for many faithful witnesses. In 2021, your stewardship ministry team will be sharing our financial standing as a presbytery in some fresh new ways. If you hear nothing else, know that our resources as a presbytery year to year come from congregational gifts to per capita and basic mission support. 2020 was a hard year financially for individuals as well as many congregations. The Presbytery of Wabash Valley strives to be excellent stewards of all of your gifts and to put them to use helping congregations serve, thrive, and grow. So what goes around does come around. We thank God for your gifts and your consistent sharing of the purpose, need for, and value of your generous gifts to per capita and basic mission support. And so as 2021 begins, we are delighted to be welcoming new pastors, new volunteer leaders, and new perspectives as a presbytery. We hope and trust this year will bring many celebrations of our connections, the chance to see each other again in person, to raise our voices in song together, and perhaps even to share a meal. We thank God for creating us for life together. Mr. Moderator, that concludes my report.